It's 2 years now since the happening of the gruesome murder of a Catholic priest who resided in Machakos County. The popular Father Michael Maingi, as described by his congregants who was based at Thatha Parish in Machakos County, went missing on October 8, 2019 before his body was discovered in a shallow grave at the banks of River Mashamba in Mbeere sub-county. And years later, the path of seeking justice for his death has opened fresh wounds and serious allegations of the alleged abuse. Michael Muthinji, who pleaded guilty to the offense before Ebru resident judge Lucy Njuguna, says the priest molested him several times before he got fed up and stabbed him to death in October 2019, a charge he denied when he was first charged in 2019.
My client regained consciousness at around 3:30 a.m. and he woke up in excruciating agony, excruciating pain from around his anal area. There was also a watery discharge around his buttock. Waking up, he found the deceased person seated near him while naked and while the deceased person was smiling.
Yes.
It is then that my client realized he had been sodomized. On asking the deceased person why he had sodomized my client, the deceased person informed my client that he had every right to do to him as he wished, since my client had no means of repaying him for all the favors that he had done him along the years.
Through his lawyer, the accused confessed that in 2017, the priest, who was initially his mentor and was paying his school fees, had started making sexual advances towards him and kept referring to him as babe, sweetheart, among other names before he sodomized him. At one point, Muthinji also recounts that one day the priest spiked his drink and dragged him, only to wake up and find that he had been sodomized.
My lady, I've always said any of us is only ever one wrong decision away from being in the position that my client is in now. We are only ever one judgment call away, one moment of anger away from ending up where my client is now.
Yes.
My lady, I pray that we take this into consideration, the why be taken into consideration.
Yes.
My lady, I also pray that we take into consideration the decision in Murateto. My lady, today I'm not be asking for an custodial sentence.
State Counsel Leah Marty recounted details of how the suspect killed the Catholic priest and buried his body in a shallow grave in Ebru before fleeing. Marty told the court Muthinji felt and was arrested in Kilifi County, where he had been hiding after the murder before he was arraigned to face murder charges alongside his two other co-accused, Kavivya Mwangangi and Solomon Mutava.
Yes. While at the riverbank of the Mashamba Seasonal River, yes, the first accused asked the deceased for the PIN number of his M-Pesa account. And the first accused managed to transfer 1,500 shillings to the mobile phone number of his accomplice. And that M-Pesa statement will be our exhibit number 3. Upon making those withdrawals from the deceased person's account, the first accused proceeded to instruct his accomplice to slit the throat of the deceased.
Meanwhile, following the court ruling, Muthinji will be sentenced on November 8, 2021 after the probation report is tabled in court for evaluation. Milliah Kisienya for Ebru TV.